All right, chat. Leave us in the comment section. Leave us in the chat. Buffalo Bills. We're getting these lines off of betonline.ag. The great Dave Mason and his crew have Buffalo Bills 11.5. They were 13-4 last year, 8th rated offense, 27th rated defense. Big season moves. They did sign Khalil Shakir. I believe he's going to be one of these sneaky popular fantasy picks. Linebacker Terrell Bernard, cornerback Christian Benford, Greg Rousseau. These guys are all signed. They got to do something to increase that defense. That was their big weakness. 5 primetime games. We glance over the schedule, Dan. This is, to me, one of the biggest schedule advantages. It's like the NFL was like, we hate the Browns, so let's absolutely kill them with the schedule. The Bills, they're like, we love the Bills. Listen to the start of this. Listen to this schedule. Home Ravens week 1. Okay, that's tough. Then they go at Jets, short week Dolphins home Saints, home Patriots, at Falcons, bye week, at Carolina. That's got to be 6-1, like maybe even 7-0, but that's got to be 6-1.
Yeah.
So they get Carolina right before they play the Chiefs. So they basically get an easy Carolina game. Chiefs, then they go at Dolphins, home Bucks, short week Texans, at Steelers, home Bengals, at Patriots, at Browns, home your Eagles. That game may not mean much. It could be a huge game or it could not mean anything. And then home Jets in the flex. I'll make this short and sweet. It's all about the schedule. If Josh Allen stays healthy, this is another 13, maybe even a 14-win schedule. There's just way too many great spots here. Only a couple short weeks. The primetime games are exciting, but not too difficult. I've got to over 11.5. I'll be fine with laying the juice. What do you think?
Yeah, well, Andy, if you're just going by history, 5 straight seasons, the Buffalo Bills have flip-flopped exactly 13 wins and exactly 11 wins. So you said at the top, they had 13 wins last year. So if you're just going by history, lock in that they have 11 wins. Of course, tongue-in-cheek there. But, yeah, you touched upon it. And on our opening line report that you can see right here on the channel. And, folks, if you haven't already on this show, hit that like button. I mean, come on. You got UFC nuggets. They were talking tennis. They were giving you free plays in MLB, NBA, and NHL. Folks, it takes you a second. Hit that like button, please. The content we're bringing you is free here. We're giving out $5 best bets, too, over at the site. So please, folks, hit that like button if you haven't already subscribed. That's all we ask you to do for dropping these nuggets for you. But going back to what they said on opening line report, Andy, Teddy has this tabbed according to the strength of schedule, the numbers that he looks at, their top 5 and easiest schedules. And you laid out why that is, and you can't forget you get to play the Jets twice. So anytime you get to play the Jets twice, you should already be on that strength of schedule ease. But the thing for me is I'm right there with you, man. I couldn't make a case for the under unless I had a crystal ball knowing Josh Allen's going to get injured, right? Like that's how this goes under, or if things completely go sideways. But this is a team that year after year, what's the story on them? Dominant in the regular season, they peter out in the postseason. So the way that I would maybe even look to attack this team, you laid out that start to the schedule. If they get through the Ravens, I'm with you. You could be looking at like a 7-0 team right here out of the gate. So I would shop around and try and see Buffalo Bills to be the final undefeated team left. Ooh. And that's a way to maybe get some plus money as opposed to having to lay a little bit of chalk to bet the over on this team, because it's really get through that Ravens game. And then unless you have some major let-ups, which you haven't become accustomed to see with this Buffalo Bills team, they don't let up in the regular season. They don't blow the brakes off of people like the Lions do to expend what they do. But this is a team who every single year comes in pissed off. They come in with a chip on their shoulder because they pissed away their season the year before. So I don't see why that would change here heading into the start of the season. So, yeah, I'm with you. I like that over 11.5 wins. I could see them right around 12, 13 wins. But I think a better way to bet them if you want to get some plus money on it, take them to be the final undefeated team left, and then just sweat out that Ravens game. And they'll probably be favorites. I'm not looking at it. They're probably favorites in that Ravens game, or is that at Baltimore? I didn't
home.
dive in.
That's home. They get the full option.
So you're gonna have them. You're gonna have them as
Yeah.
favorites. So even if you want to hedge this little plus money that you're doing, take the Ravens on the money line, and then you're really potentially saving yourself a little bit of agita there. But I think you sweat that out, and you're going to get some nice plus money on that. So that's the way that I would attack it. But I'm with you. One of the rare times we're seeing it the exact same. We like the under on the Stinky Browns. We like the over here on the Bills, and I like them to be the last team to be undefeated in the NFL. Hit that like button, folks. Come on.